2XKO, more like XKO now. State of Play is incoming and EVO is looking pretty strong. Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am your somewhat dying host right now, Crash, and I've got my two nurses with me that's going to help me get back to a better state. We've got Static Gorilla and Meza in the building. What up, fellas? Please be careful with the sponge. Please be delicate.
Wow. No.
Hey, yo.
That you can't blame that on Frosty stuff. You got that over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Nah, man. No, this is post Frosty. I don't know what is going on, but yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather. But hey, man, we got to do a show. We got to be here. We got to be strong. But yeah, thanks for joining me, fellas. I do appreciate this much.
Meza, you have anything to say about that?
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Static is fine with it. No.
No, I'm good, man. I'm ready to fuck some things today. That's for sure.
Yeah, some very interesting things. Kind of not the way we expected to kind of start off the week with things. Myself included. I reiterate, I do work at Riot. Not affected by what's happening here, but that doesn't also mean I know things, all the things before things happen. So I kind of knew right about before you guys did. Pretty big shock, but let's just jump into it. There was a big announcement that happened this week. Hey, 2XKO just dropped and actually released on the console. We just had Frosty Faustings. I had an amazing turnout. We were all there, and things are looking great, right? Things are looking pretty solid when it comes to the game, the momentum it's having. Yeah, Static.
Yeah.
We see you hooded.
It doesn't fit. It's great.
The momentum is feeling good, man. Right? Like we're all feeling hot about the game, and then Riot kind of drops a bomb on us with a big old message about a decision that was made, and that the decision was that they are cutting the 2XKO staff down. There's going to be some layoffs happening. More specifically, it's that they are cutting half the team from there, which is about 80 rioters were affected, which essentially means there's about 160-ish, something like that, size team for the game. But then kind of broke down what the thoughts were behind it, and what that means going forward. I don't know about y'all. That was kind of out of left field.
Yeah.
But first of all, I do want to extend to all the writers that are out there, if there's anyone that I've worked with, or if you know me, feel free to reach out any way, shape, or form I can help. I'm always down to help. But they got let go with the Riot package special, right? 6 months severance pay and stuff, and there's a bunch of benefits and all that. Like I've actually been through this before. A similar situation that happened back in 2024. Where I think Riot had the biggest layoffs that ever happened, so it was quite a lot of them were affected. So this is like kind of like the package of like what goes down and when you get dropped. Besides those logistics, I mean, I really asked the question, like, how do you guys feel how this is going to affect the game? Even though they're stating, hey, we're gonna move forward, nothing's changed, right, in terms of the scheduling and the content they have coming out, and they're not like pulling back on what they've already committed to in terms of the year. What are you guys' thoughts on it overall, on how the game is gonna go for it, or how it's gonna affect us moving forward in general in terms of perception?
Yes, because I've been heavily outspoken.
You've already tweeted,
I've been
dog.
Heavily super outspoken about it.
You've already tweeted,
I'm actually
dog.
I'm very indifferent about it as someone who's kind of worked somewhat a little bit more in game dev. It's normal, man. I mean, I hate saying it, but if you're not a AAA company in which they let off hundreds of people very often, and then it'll be like, let's say, so we're in Q1 right now. I mean, this is kind of normal. Q4 would have been the more normal because they would have had to hit a certain margin by then, but this is Q1. So I kind of get it. It was just delayed, if anything. So do I think this hurts the game? I think it hurts in a different way because we kind of didn't understand the vision, and then seeing them get rid of people who were creating that vision in the future to come it was kind of like, damn, okay, especially after everybody started getting a little bit more close with them after Frosty's. But do I feel like this is a negative? Yes and no. Like, it's a negative because people are losing their job. That's my honest opinion. I don't like it. It sucks, especially in that specific department. Watching people lose jobs in the development department, it's always the worst because you want to see as many game devs stay with whatever company they're with, especially if they're really good. But I think we're at a point now where you have to just accept that that's what it is, right? They're going to be cuts. Something that I loved was Dan Fornance. I think I said his name right.
A big paragraph.
Yeah, he did. It was the creator of Rivals of Aether and the studio lead. He said we had to let go of a quarter of our team this past month. So it's not uncommon just to keep operations running. Do I think that 2XKO needed this to keep operations running? To be honest, no, not really. I mean, if we're really going to dig deep, it is Riot. It is Tencent behind it. If they want to throw more money at it, they will. They've done it with... Now, I will state this because people clearly have this notion that 2XKO is dying. It's not. It's far from dying. Valorant had the same shit happen to it.
This shit is dying every other week, apparently.
Like, League of Legends had this shit happen. League of Legends had it happen at least like 4 or 5 times already. Valorant has had it happen, and its launch was fucking dog shit. I was part of the whole gameplay for that. So no, I don't want to hear anybody sit here and say, "Oh, 2XKO is done. It's done. It's so done. Let's go play Tokon." It's like, bro,
why you sound like a particular G of a guy?
No, I wasn't. No, to me though,
no, I'm joking.
It's just one of those things where the more fighting games people wish to die or to just disappear, eventually you're gonna be left with fucking Street Fighter 6 only. And then you're going to be bitching, where's all the other games? And then you're going to be playing old anime games like Aquapaza, and you're going to be like, why didn't we get anything new? Why don't we have new IPs? So I'll try my best not to say it, but I'm going to say it. Shut the fuck up, people. It's not that crazy, okay? And for all the people who are like, oh, Riot needs to go down. Look, there's every single company you think you like, they have some scummy shit about them. I used to like Blizzard. Guess what? Blizzard had scummy shit about them. I used to like and beyond.
Bro, what an example. What an example to pick, dog. What I know, right, Gabe, of all the ones is like, oh, you might have heard of this indie company like Blizzard. I like
Overwatch 2. I mean Overwatch. It's true, man. I just think people were
Overwatch 2 now. Overwatch.
I do think Dan put out a really good tweet though. People are blowing it out of proportion. It is a norm. I think if people work normal jobs all the time, they see it themselves too.
It is tricky. The game industry is known for that. It is a bit of a revolving door for sure. On many occasions, the timing does suck. Absolutely. I don't want to say it's ever a great timing to ever get let go, right? Unexpectedly, right? Just to happen. But yeah, it's just it feels a certain kind of way when it's like right after the first big tournament. Right after console launch. And like you said, Mezza, that's just like a lot of speculation, right? Like no one has numbers, but but Riot was being pretty transparent on things, right? They were like, hey, it's to meet us in to the level, and there's like a certain set of reflections that they had to make this decision, right? But they still feel like there's at the end of the day, it is a business, right? Like it is a business, and yes, these moves do need to be made. And yeah, like they're just moving forward. And the thing is, like for me, this is just speculative on my side. Be perfectly clear, it's just that timing is kind of wild, and I couldn't see it just being because of it being so recent. Like it would have been like, oh, they just made the decision like last week, right? I feel like this is like what's been coming for quite some time. There's just some factors here that I go like, not to point at and say that's the reason, because we will never know. Like it's a multitude of reasons, right? It's just how the game has, this game has had a pretty turbulent production cycle, to be honest, right? Announced in 2015, 2016, didn't see anything till 2019, still doesn't get released till 2026 technically. Even though, we had the closed beta and stuff in 25. It's a long time, and it's accumulated quite a bit of stuff. It's gone over several types of productions, right? It was 1v1 when it started, then things change. Still trying to, like, a part of me still wants to understand where the direction is for it. You know, I've stated it before. Okay, cool. This is supposed to be a very accessible game, right? That anyone's supposed to be able to pick up. I've literally been having this but this kind of talk with people since the announcement, because people then were hitting me up. Going like, hey, what do you think? I'm like, it's an accessibility game, but, you know, there are just certain decisions that are just really, really odd that have just pointed the game in a very weird direction. One, going 1v1 to 2v2 already was just inherently to the core not accessible. It just isn't. I mean, I get it. Juggernaut's a thing, but they don't want to deal with then 2 characters on the other side. That's still double the work that a regular person who is already going to be finicky on whether or not they like the idea of learning a character, like just learning, practicing a character and execution, even though that's also been brought down a bit to make it easier and accessible with the shortcuts and all. But that's still quite a lot to ask. It's gonna turn people away. And things like, you know, we can get deeper here. Things like no single player content or something, right? It's literally tutorial, time to hit casuals. But then the ironic part is some people were hitting me up going like, well, hey, you know what? Welcome to the League experience, because that's how it is. I was like, you know what? You're also not wrong. But League is just different at the same time.
Let's just say
point and click. What execution? Sorry.
Let's just say the key thing.
Yeah,
people
sure.
Fucking forgetting for some odd reason. It's a live service. This stuff can be added later. Why? I get it. If you want to play a single player version of the game,
yes.
Guess what? Go play their fucking single player Riot game that they released a while back. You don't need to play this game. This game isn't for you. I'm just going to be quite frank. I am so tired of people who are sitting here saying, oh, it's such a hard game. Fighting games are not accessible. Shut up. We gave you Pulse. We gave you auto combos. What the fuck else do you want? When does it stop being... There's 2 spectrums. It's too hard to play. Okay, well, we gave you all the easy stuff. Oh, I have all the easy stuff, but people are playing the game way too well, so I don't feel like I'm playing the game well enough. And then you have the people, oh, it's killing the game because you're making it easy. Shut up. Guess what? This is what you wanted. You wanted more people to play? Shut the fuck up.
You can't.
Like
It's a good point though, Meza. Like it feels like sometimes that argument, like it's like, you know, you're pulling the goalpost back a bit, you know, every time.
Pick a spot.
Every time it's like, yeah, like, you know, exactly. It's pick a spot, plant your feet, and be like,
if you want the casuals to be accessed,
I don't know. It's so
want casuals to access the game. Make it easy. Cool.
We can
Street Fighter 6 was a good example.
We can go on and on about so many missteps, but my biggest thing is just the name of the game is not working, because I can't tell you how many people that I'll just be like, yeah, what games are you playing? 2XKO? Huh? And it's like, well, yeah, that's just the name of the game. Think of Arcane, or I have to explain before I even say the name of the game. Hey, you remember that show Arcane? I've got a fighting game that I'm playing as part of that. And I'm like, so exhausting.
You know, it kind of is, and it's the thing about it. It's like, because of this now, even more people are kind of expressing some truths that I was like, well, you know, this is. I mean, some of the stuff, funny enough, is what we've been for quite some time. No pun intended there. It's
my time.
Shut up. It's my time right now. Shut up. And things like, you know, people brought up like the marketing. Like there's like, even I remember that was on LinkedIn, somebody that was like an ex-Rioter had been like, hey, yeah, like, I don't know, maybe the marketing's not good. And they were asking him why. And he goes, I'm literally on the email list. I worked at this company. I did not know this game even came out.
Is it weird that like
it's I get it. I get it. That's like one instance, but like we're just trying, like, that's one instance in like how many?
Honest though,
right? It's that it.
Oh yeah. So I knew that the marketing. Marketing. I've been watching and noticing. We've been talking about the game for years. However, I noticed that it wasn't up to its standard when I realized that the Game Awards had a trailer for it. They were like, expect the Game Awards trailer about the release and a new character. When they just showed the release trailer and didn't show the date, and they just showed 3 seconds of Caitlyn, I said, that's very sad. I'm like, you're not going to show off the entire game? You're not going to have a big moment in this? You're not going to put the money down, despite you putting the money down everywhere else? free tournaments where you're putting money towards, I mean, where do you expect them? I don't even know where they're gonna get the money to do the severance. I mean, that's just me. That's just but
well,
there's just so much.
Don't worry about that. Like I said,
but you
it's
see what I
Riot,
mean?
bro.
Like,
Right, got
but
something.
do you see what I mean?
Listen. They always got the button available. Pool party RE skin go version 2. Bam.
That's what I said yesterday.
Billions
Just
I
put
think.
Gunnar outfits. You'll make all the money back.
Look, I agree with you. The only problem is I do think things are a little too expensive right now. I think they kind of was shooting in the dark. I'm okay with like certain bundles to get you more characters, but when you could just get the characters for free if you're playing like some whatever, it kind of is stupid. So you have to lower the price so that people will spend more. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be people who want to spend a lot just to get characters.
I got something for that. And we're gonna go through it in a quick second, but we're gonna take a quick breather because we gotta hit this ad real fast. When we get back, we're gonna talk a little bit more 2X on this episode of Double Tap. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we back. We were just talking about like just kind of the
prices,
the act, it's like certain decisions that have been made in 2X and the prices and all. That's another one that I meant to bring up. It's like, even when I was explaining even how like the store was handled is like very odd. It's like all these choices for this game are just pulling it in just seems like not destructive, but it kind of just goes against the idea of what we thought was gonna work out. Counterintuitive. Thank you. I was like, why can't I think of the word? I must be sick. But yeah, even like how the store has been handled, like rotating shop, like it's kind of cool in practice, but there's like not enough content. Like if you would have done a rotating shop, like especially when you want a certain character or a certain skin, it's annoying for the consumer. They're like, hey, I want to get this Vice skin, like this really ugly Vice skin, but I'll take it anyway. I'm just saying the Neon Strike. That's just
fucking
me.
Ugly.
I'm just biased there. Some people might like that shit. But it's like you can't get it, and I'm like, okay, I have to wait a week before I get it again. So like, okay, I gotta wait a week before I can give Riot my money that I really want to give them, so I can get the skin, so I can feel happy about playing the game that they're putting out, right? Which is like a metric in itself. That's kind of the bundles. Like Battle Pass is like whatever. Battle Pass is a Battle Pass. Like I think you get plenty out of the Battle Pass. I don't think anyone's ever complained about how much stuff you actually are getting out of it. That's pretty good. But then the bundles, like Mez, I know you said earlier, like, some bundles you'd have no problem with, but the problem is there's just no control over like what you can get out of it. You have to buy the bundle in order to get even specific one character that you want out of the 3. That's annoying to the consumer. Why do I need to spend $90 when I only wanted to spend the $15-$20 here? Like, I don't care about the others. So you're now like you're literally you're making the game accessible for gameplay, but then you're not making the revenue accessible for yourself afterwards. It's like,
but I mean,
did we skip something here? Like, what's up with that?
This is something that Valorant did too. They made you buy a bundle. You could buy parts of the bundle, but it was way more expensive. So it was like, why wouldn't I just buy the bundle? Now, I do know they do a really cool rotating store because they do it as discounted. That's how I think they should be doing this, but it's just a better route.
I thought the same thing. I was like, yo, and it should be discounted.
Now, the other thing I think is, and I didn't say this before, I said it on Twitter, is a smaller team doesn't mean bad. I need people to realize that. Skullgirls is a great example, and I want to use Skullgirls as an example. They had tremendously bad PR around them. Like, there was nothing good about it. Even if people say good publicity, bad publicity is good publicity. No, that was just purely like the game could just shut down. I think
that shit left a stain.
I think this is the first time I can honestly look and go, okay, smaller team. Hopefully this just gives us better direction. Let's not look at it as, oh my God, the game's dying. Let's look at it as like, holy shit, maybe we just had too many hands in the pot. That's crazy. Why not just look at it as, okay, it's time to look at the next step. What comes next? They have a whole year. And I don't expect them to put $50,000 into each tournament next year. That's just fucking crazy. Okay? It should have been like 10 and then up it as we go, just like how Dota 2 did. They didn't start off with like, let's just do freaking 50 mil, guys, and then watch it burn and then try to recoup. No, they started small and they built it up. And then they also kicked it back, which, I like how Riot's doing the whole buy the frame perfect outfits that goes to the funds. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the frame perfect bundle. Yep. Yeah. I agree with that. I think that was a really good way about it. But yeah, no, like team team development bloat, like, right, is the thing where maybe you just have too massive of a team that, like, don't get me wrong, like you said, you kind of want to have as many game devs. It feels good that you have this huge team and everyone's working on it. That doesn't also necessarily mean you're being as efficient either. Your output might not be scaling to how much money you're putting into it. Once again, I'm looking at it through just a business lens and just like how it works. This isn't a personal thing or anything like that to anyone that was affected, like, oh, they need to fucking go. I think everyone's very important. I think everyone that has put in their work into this game clearly have a passion and a love for fighting games and have put great detail in. But when we're talking also efficiencies, which is just the reality of things sometimes, it's that's just a factor in it. If a more focused team also means we can get some more, like, I don't want to say, I would love to say content in general, but I mean, I know they already have their schedule in, but if it could increase the output for them, like, great. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like Meza, you said earlier, it's a live service game. You can always change it. You can always tweak it. You can make it better. You know, it doesn't always have to be great off the rip. I mean, games like fucking Guilty Gear are perfect examples of, like, hey, you can just give it some patience, give it some time, and the game will get better. Like, that initial beta version of Guilty Gear was atrocious. If they would have came out with that shit beforehand, the Guilty would never have made it to mainstream. It just never would have. It would have made it to mainstream for being bad. Like, that's what it would have happened.
We're gonna get to that because that's how I feel about Tokon. But what I was gonna say is I wasn't really surprised by this announcement, to be honest. I think I was more surprised by who they let go. And when I see the, not even necessarily just the list, but the people that responded to it, some of them I didn't know were even rioters. I mean, again, I don't follow all of these people, but some people that I've seen work behind the scenes, or even just behind the scenes, meaning seeing them at EVO, or even just other players that I've known throughout the years, such as Nerd Josh. You know, you're kind of like wondering what it makes you think. What is the reason for a layoff of a person so talented? Even character development, character developers, like actual, like, I sent you one to Crash Tag. I sent you one of the person that basically designed like 3 characters, and I'm like, they're a notable part of the team, and dwindling down. It's like, all right, I can understand you saying the game is not dead, but then is there something that about those characters that they maybe don't like? See, that's where my mind goes when you think of layoffs like these, and I don't want my mind to go there.
I think people look at, like I said, I think people look at the negative. I don't think this is a bad thing necessarily. If we're just looking at it from the scope of the company wise, it sucks that they're being let go, they're being laid off. But I actually think this is good for us as competitors and casual players, mostly casuals, because people are asking for a demand of their characters, right? And we want diversity in how the characters play. Guess what? We've had 2 or 3 characters that feel the same or feel overpowered. I think this is the opportunity where you see companies that are not indie companies, but bigger companies, they'll bring in a whole new set of faces, and they will animate new stuff. They will design new characters. I'm not trying to say it's a good or a bad thing, but I do want to look at the positive and say, okay, maybe we're going to get more animators. Maybe we're going to get more, designers, or there's going to be a hyper focus on what we're doing wrong with these previous characters that people are saying Yasuo is freaking annoying. Echo's kind of toxic as hell. Ari does too much, right? So, like, I think we shouldn't take it 100% for, like, oh, they chopped them because, they're not good or anything like that. I'm not saying that is what you said, but, like, I think it's okay to let some animators go and some character, and it sucks that they got rid of the lead, designer, but I think that's not a bad thing if they're trying to change the direction of the game anyway. They said they wanted to do that. Well, guess what? They're changing it. And I think it starts with removing some of the people, unfortunately, who designed the characters and have animated the characters, and now it's time to build something new.
I just wanted to, like, sort of, my thing is, this game has been being worked on for a very long time, and it's like, all right, you already took so much time to do so many things, and now cutting it in half, I just hope that it doesn't take another longer time to actually develop more things that we're looking forward to and we're promised. as well. So I don't know. Maybe, listen, again, I'm not a dev. I don't know. Maybe a smaller group, maybe a more focused group will be a lot faster, where we're not trying to get so many things approved by so many different parties, you know? So, but yeah, like I said in the article, it's going to raise questions and concerns. And, you know, here are the
I just hope they do one thing.
But again, if you want to stay competitive with it, that's cool. And I'm not saying I'm not going to, but I'm going to stay competitive with it. I just hope that they're able to do it at a good level in order to satiate what we want to do, especially since there are a lot more console players that haven't been able to play the game and have been having major FOMO. I think that's one major issue that we've had. They were in the first betas as well, and then they couldn't get into the second. So they couldn't get into the open game. So like that already lost a fan base in and of itself, because they were like, yeah, I'm ready for the game. The game didn't come out.
Yeah.
And God, I'm not going to say it's a disaster, because we were enjoying the game. And then you got friends that are like, can't wait.
I'll just say my last thought is the future aspect of what they can do to improve the game. And I think people always kind of misconstrued it and think like, well, this is what they should have did. No. This is what they can do. I truly believe moving forward, do what kind of like Grand Blue did a little bit. Grand Blue gave the casual people something to play, right? They said, oh, Fall Guys is hot right now. You guys want to play Fall Guys in Grand Blue format? Sure. And I said the best thing that they could do is mini games. Dude, League of Legends could be such a cool mini game thing for 2XKO, right? You can have all kinds of little mini games for 2XKO. And I'm not going to give my thoughts, because if they steal my ideas, I'm going to be pissed, all right? So all I'm going to say is just think about it. Imagine getting 8 of your friends or 4 of your friends and just doing some stupid Mario Party style mini games. Don't do Mario Party, please. Just do something mini game-esque where it's fun. People can enjoy it. Maybe you have an Echo, ping pong style thing with a goalie, right? You know, you have Arish, you could dash up and down. You got to make it interesting for the players, how League of Legends does when they do these like cool modes, right? So,
rival schools, they did it. But my thing is, real quick, Grand Blue already had this. I mean, had some of this idea. Their game is free right now with characters that are rotating. Like, you can still do that, and I don't know. You bring up Grand Blue. Grand Blue is already doing things right.
Side scroller beat 'em up.
I don't think I've seen anything wrong. They have that.
Grand Blue did it. They did that since the first one though. So I don't know, man. I think it's hard for people to put together a story when they're under a lot of pressure. I don't know what the case is, but they wanted to make a fighting game.
But here's the thing. Here's a point that I made yesterday in a stream that I was in. Yes, it was Chris G's stream. Calm down. I get it. But look at NRS. NRS, they're making... Do they make fighting games? Tell me.
No, they don't.
No, they technically make video games, because they make video games that have content. They know what a video game does. They have a story mode. They have a fighting game. They have a freaking content with all the crypt and all of the stuff. Now, granted, to be honest, MK1 to me didn't have that much content. I don't think. Yes, I said content with a K. But so like MK11, MKX, Injustice 2. I can turn on Injustice 1 and 2, and I can still have hours of stuff to do because of all the ladder stuff. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
Like you were talking about earlier, Dre. We need more content and not than just, online play and training versus.
I think that there are definitely multiple factors to it, and we can speculate because we won't know 100%. Right? We won't know 100% as to what the reason. I don't think there is a single reason. I think there's a multitude of things that we've talked pretty heavily on, and can speculate on till however many episodes. But at the end of the day, to kind of close out the topic, it's like, for one, everything, to the writers that got affected, hopefully everything goes well. I mean, they're incredibly talented people. I'm sure they're going to land on their feet, no problem. But then also to the community that is enjoying the game, to the fighting game players that, maybe haven't checked it out yet still, but, you still have the capability to. It's not like the game is offline or anything. If you like the game, keep playing. Just keep playing it. Like, this, as Riot has said, this doesn't change, this doesn't deter, this doesn't pull away. This is all back-end stuff. This isn't affecting the game that you literally can boot up right now and go play and have fun and keep labbing up and keep getting salty at, but then keep getting happy at for also winning. It'll only get better. That's like a big aspect of the job. It's just making it better to be a player, whether it's a fighting game player or a regular video game player that is enjoying fighting games for the first time. That is the goal. And just keep encouraging that. Don't change your attitude on it because of and doom and gloom because of this. That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. Certainly doesn't help the scene, and it doesn't help the pretenses of the game to people that might want to try out the game, because you're just not really making the situation any better for yourself at the end of the day. But yeah, just enjoy the game. You got somebody to play with, go for it. Get them in there, help them out, and just keep on your grind, because guess what? We're still gonna have tournaments. We're still gonna have plenty of people going out and competing in this, and we're gonna talk about those numbers or even how that's looking up actually next, because guess what? To close that out, we're gonna go right into the EVO numbers. So EVO numbers have been the early registration for EVO numbers have been posted up. Or I can't even say numbers, excuse me. I keep saying numbers just because out of habit. But it's really just the ranking as to how many entrances or how they're looking in terms of how many people are coming out to play. And this is, once again, this is regular standard EVO 2026. I still hate that we haven't figured out a name for EVO that isn't EVO France, EVO Japan.
It's the biggest.
Because EVO was just EVO, and now we're like, is it EVO Prime, EVO Vegas, right? Is like what Vegas, kind of been one of the common ones. I'm just so used to saying.
We just call it EVO Vegas at this point,
right? Yeah, it's just so weird, but it's just
because it is the EVO. It is the EVO.
It's just EVO.
I don't know, man.
The EVO, yes.
What? It just
what? It is
sure,
the EVO.
But it costs.
What you mean?
Because it's the EVO.
Oh yeah, I didn't say it was cheap. I didn't say it was cheapo. Like I just said it was EVO. Like what the fuck? So yeah, so we've got our usual suspects in the mix obviously this year, and obviously got some new ones as well. But we got Virtual Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. I mean, I think this is gonna be the last Virtual Fighter 5 before 6 drops, and we're gonna end up seeing that number really scale up, or rather those entrants really go up. Because everybody's going to check it out, because what's the best time to try out a game is when it's fresh and everybody's on the same page. Hence why you should also keep playing 2X, because we're all on the same page still. Under Night 2, right after that, then Blaze Blue CF, Rivals of Aether 2.
I gotta feel like that's almost a throwback.
What,
Can I be honest? Central
Blaze Blue?
I mean, there's another throwback game in there, but Jesus.
Yeah. I was gonna play the real throwback game is right after Rivals of Aether with Vampire Savior, which I am very hyped to watch that shit. You guys want to talk about fast ass matches, bro? Like holy hell. Invincible putting up some hella numbers right now.
I'm one of them. You said you entered?
Oh yeah.
Yo, guys,
you
didn't see. We look at the video. Gabe literally looked and said, "You entered," and then looked it up. Bro, I'm playing for fun. I'm not playing for serious. If I make it to top 8, dude,
might as well.
Sick, bro. I did it.
Well.
I hope you don't get combo broken in like every combo you ever do.
I don't take this game seriously.
Air combo break. It's like, oh, exhausting.
You're just gonna go crazy. Yeah, be like that. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, coming right after that. Grand Blue, we were just talking about that boy G Blue, cracking it right in the top 5 there. And we got ourselves a little bit of a difference now. What used to be in the top 3, Big Me, Guilty Gear Strive, now actually knocking on 4th place in the actual title right there. Except it's been overthrown by 2X game, right? At this moment. Now whether or not this is going to affect
game, dead game.
But once again, this I want to say is before announcement, and if the trajectory, I'm telling you, it might still affect if the trajectory doesn't then kind of keep going up. But at the same time, if the great news happens, obviously, and the plans for what happens with 2X in the future also hit home, that number is going to go up too, even more. So, but yeah, 2X hitting at 3rd place. Tekken 8, of course, at 2nd, with Street Fighter 6 at numero uno. But who is surprised?
Right, and you know what? This could also just be really low numbers in all cases.
No. True.
It
We
could
know
be,
why, but
it could be
That is
99,
also true.
80, 70, 60.
Hey,
You know?
still not a dead game though.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a little bit. Yo,
Yeah,
we're playing.
exactly. It's like all I'm seeing is that number one spot.
If 80 people are playing for $50,000, I think we did it. We did
I
the
don't
right.
know. There might be just one
You're
entrant
good,
for
you're
a
good.
virtual
your
fighter, right?
your chances are good.
25 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your
Support
chances are good.
guys. And look at that. No Mortal Kombat this year. I forgot about that. I forgot they didn't even announce.
Thank God.
So I guess the NRS representation.
Yeah, man, it's
Well,
so crazy not to see.
I guess the NRS representation. We've seen a lot of NRS go to 2XKO. We've seen because we saw like a bunch of players: Samij, Ketchup
Yeah.
Mustard. All oh my gosh, who's the guy that TJ Andy G played? The Robin player. Oh my goodness, Hayate. Thank
It's a
you.
Robin play.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayato.
You've
Yeah,
seen-
he was there
You've seen
too.
a lot of
Yes.
Netherrealm players move into 2XKO quite
okay.
smoothly as well. You know,
Yep.
Some of them are going to move
yeah.
to Invincible Versus as well.
Yeah, of course.
Because
that's what I'm saying as well. Yeah, obviously.
For sure.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Definitely a market there for them. Yeah. Once again, with Street Fighter making its way up to number one, it kind of has us looking at it, going like,
I don't
"Yep,
think that's
it's." I
gonna
mean, hey, 6 is just doing.
It's
I
going to be
don't think
normal
it's going to
forever.
change anytime soon, but 6 is doing what 6 does best. Which kind of brings up my next topic for it is Capcom has revealed recently in one of their financial calls and such that many companies do, which you can tune into these calls. Funny enough, if you get the link, if you know when it's happening, that Street Fighter 6 has reached 6.36 million copies sold by the end of 2025. Which now. That is good because remember the goal for the game. If you remember early on and we covered it, the goal for the game was for 10 in its lifetime. 10 in its lifetime.
Who else is buying the game? Like that's the thing. Like because I feel like most people already bought the game.
People are getting into it. No, people are getting into it. Like yeah, I know you say most people, and you're probably thinking a lot of the
I'm not
competitive
actually.
scene. But remember, we are still just a. I mean, things go on sale, right? Things go on sale. Holiday sales happen. New characters come out. People go and check it out, right? So those are the usual things that get people going.
It's Japan numbers.
It's kind of like
Sure.
It's kind of wild to see how the game has made it. But 6.3 million has now, or 6.3, what was it? 5, I think is what I said, has now placed it just above Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. Making it in the top 15 most successful, or most sold games in Capcom's
Do you know if that's
library.
Considering downloaded ones too, not just hard copies? What's overall? Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's overall in its entirety. It'd be insane if it's for a report like this. You have to
separate
account
probably
for all those
DLC
numbers.
because DLC is usually always separated from that because it's not that they usually don't add that.
Yeah, but no, this should be from units. So yeah, actually, this is just pure. This is pure unit sales, like units. So they're not. So even if say half of those people decided to get the DLC, like that's still a good. I'm
saying like 10, if they counted
they would
DLC,
have hit the units that way. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But what are you guys thinking now? Like the game came out 2023, already hitting 6.3 mil in 3 years. So that's like about 2 point something a year. If they're trying to make it to 10, we're talking maybe another 2-3 years. You guys still see yourselves drive rushing 2-3 years from now?
I mean, yeah. What else do I gotta do, right?
My man said, yeah, let me drive rush right into this conversation. I'm still doing it. I got bar, I'm going in.
I was just go ahead.
I was gonna say I unfortunately bought the game, so I mean I'm not gonna probably try to drive rush in, but I'm just saying I think
unfortunately, like he was just like I was forced.
Give or take 2 years, I think they'll break their record, but we'll see Street Fighter 6 Arcade Edition come out before.
I don't think.
I mean, right now at the cusp of it. My bad. At the cusp of this now, when they make their next milestone to that 7 to 8 million, then it'll actually dethrone Street Fighter 5, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
to
and
think
Street Fighter
about.
5 didn't catch on until later.
Yeah, like it really didn't. It took quite a bit
think-
for it to go, because I was released that was, oh my god,
2016.
back in
Yeah,
2016.
That's 2016. However, the game started with no content, then story mode and all of that, blah blah blah. Then came out with more.
Still never got that
Right,
second
then,
part of the
but
story
then it came
mode.
out with better DLC. It wasn't until Street Fighter 6 Arcade Edition that the game got a super nice overhaul with the characters and the presentation.
You mean Street Fighter
That
5
one.
Arcade Edition.
Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I don't know what it was, the boom that happened during COVID with maybe the 4 or 5 DLC characters we got. Maybe pushed the game out a little bit more.
I mean, there was definitely, in general, gaming was up, right? Everybody was home playing a game of some kind. So
But-
Street Fighter was just one of those known
You got
games.
the Ultimate Marvel. Sorry. We have also Street Fighter 6 coming out for the Switch just recently. That also can really did help it a lot.
Oh, that is a good point. But did it happen between September and December? I can't remember when that was a release, because it was
came out
with
with the
Elena,
game, so
right?
that was June.
It was June. So funny enough, I mean, the numbers are the numbers that they saw, or they're showing off here. It's like between September and
December.
the holiday at the end. It was still a solid. What is it? 5.6. Like it was like 600,000 copies.
It's crazy.
Sold,
That's also
sold in
Japan.
between
That boom in
And that's
Japan
without
is
no-
crazy
not-
recently. I mean, you look at how many entrants at EVO Japan.
is strong.
I mean,
Yeah. It's
all right,
insane.
and then for them to
It
say
is
that Marvel
insane.
3 is up there, getting up there, is shocking. You know what? That's all my doing. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that important to
The
TNS,
amount of-
guys. Calm down. But they said the modding scene.
It's all them
Yeah.
copies. All them TNS copies have to make all those Parsec computers, bro. They've got millions
It's funny
ready.
that
They're
they
ready. Tongs
separate
ready.
PS3 and Xbox version of the game with the units compared to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I did kind of notice that as well, and I'm
Marvel
wondering
3,
why.
Marvel 3
why that is.
Vanilla has 2.2 million copies compared to Marvel 3 Ultimate Marvel 3 at 1.2 million copies. I guess that first game really did sell. Vanilla.
Dude,
yeah.
it did, man. It was, everybody was rocking it. Like, it was just so weird, because then, before a year was out, we had Ultimate. Like, so that's why because imagine buying a game only to find out that it's now outdated, obsolete, and you have to go buy a different game 8 months in. Not everyone's getting ready to just be like, here you go. Especially the casuals who are like,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm chilling with this game because I don't play competitive. Really,
I remember telling somebody,
how it grew from
yeah.
there. But then once they saw those
I remember
characters,
telling somebody, "Oh, that first game felt like a beta test." She's like, "Yeah, it doesn't feel like a beta test." I'm like, "That definitely was a beta test."
that first game, that first one was definitely a beta test.
Anyway,
I'm glad we
moving
got rid of that shit. That
was it-
what is it? The
was it Spring to Fall?
Helmbreaker to fucking whatever. What is it? The
Oh, you talking about Dante?
Spring to Fall. Oh yeah, because it was like literally, it was Dante's shit, because that shit was so invulnerable. The cancel, the overhead.
But go on. I
afterwards,
think
that shit was
we're
so
lagging a
invo.
little bit, by the way.
All right, so with that, so Street Fighter 6 poised to make its 10 million mark well within just 5 years. Looking at the trajectories here, I think that we can call that as an overall success. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know if that means that Street Fighter 7 then is like right behind it. But hey, Capcom is making moves, and it's definitely reaching out to the goals that they're setting themselves out for that game. So guys, when we get back real quick from this ad break, we're going to be talking about the state of play coming up this week and what that means for us and what we're hoping to see there. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, Street Fighter 6 chops its own internal chart. Let's jump into some state of play and some potential leaks. Shout outs to Steam.
Always.
On one of the anticipated fighting games to come out. Yeah, always. So state of play is going to be going on this week. I believe it's Thursday, if I got that correct. Yeah, okay. It's happening Thursday, but it's also going to be a rather long state of play, as it's been shown that it's going to be something like
Yo, they
an
got Devil May
hour
Cry
or
6
something.
coming
No,
in.
it's
You know
more
what I'm
than-
saying?
more than
That's
that.
the most important thing. that's gonna be there. Yeah, Tokon gonna be there.
Yo,
whatever.
I am so I am.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm right there with you, son. I was like, yo, Devil May Cry 6. Let's fucking go. Capcom's like, yo, RE Engine is making us so much money.
Look, they can't lose to tomorrow. Thursday is gonna be the day tomorrow for you guys when you hear this. But I don't know, man. The state of play. They still got Pragmata. They still got all these other games. I don't think we need another new fighting game outside of what we're gonna see, which is Tokon. I don't know, man. I like state of plays more than I like Nintendo Directs. Nintendo Directs, I'm just like I've clocked out. They just do weird stuff, man.
Well, it's because Nintendo Directs has so many different.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Folders of what they want to show you. They're like third party, something party games, and then they're like Pokemon.
Bro, if I see another Pokemon like, Cafe fucking update, I'm gonna throw something off the bridge.
But then they go, first party updates of our actual games that you care about, but not really do. Yeah, because Metroid Prime, maybe not really. I don't know. No, PlayStation. I mean, yes, they're exciting, but then again, they also fall into the same trap of like the same type of game, the same utopia, the same futuristic world building something or other. That come on, man.
I told you I hate space. I hate space. I'm just
waiting for Expedition 32.
What were you saying, Mez?
He said he didn't even catch that.
Oh, I did.
That's crazy. Don't worry, I'll know soon enough. I just think that we're in a weird place because it's just Sony. I don't really even know if Microsoft does these anymore. I know they have it, but it's so like low key. I don't even care, yo. Like it's honestly it's state of play, Nintendo Direct, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch. That's it. Those are the 4 I know of. If there was any other ones, cool. But I wonder if it's like better that like a game like Tokon being announced. So obviously, we're gonna be seeing a lot of new updates there. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it would be better to just stay under this umbrella of getting your information released, because now you're not doing the whole direct like how 2XKO did, Street Fighter for a bit, Mortal Kombat. Like I like the combat cast, I believe it was, where they would kind of just do all the stuff right then and there. That was what I thought was the most well structured version of this. But I think if you just don't really have that ability or time, just do a state of play, bro. Just go with the state of play. Follow the team that's already doing something big, right? So I don't know.
It makes sense because you get to actually put things in front of the biggest audience, right? Get the most eyeballs on it. It works. It's a formula that does work. But yeah, kind of just hold on, bringing it back a little bit to the Marvel Tokon part. I predict. I was gonna be one of my predictions until Steam updated and kind of gave a bunch of details. Spoiler warnings as to that starting right now.
Wait, when?
Yes. So there are so there are assemble. It states right here in the updates for Steam. Choose from an expanding roster. Obviously, expanding meaning they're going to add more characters of 20 iconic Marvel characters at launch. So that means we kind of have an understanding as to how many will be in this 4v4. I can't even say 4v4. I keep saying 4v4, but it's not 4v4.
1v1.
It is a one life bar game with 4 different characters. That's it, but it's not actual tag. 20. I mean, I want to say 20 is like solid if they're gonna be like pumping out though, because like it's all about, for me, it's all about like how often. Because I think 20 is okay, but like, bro, I expect you to be putting out 2 to 3. It isn't a one character thing. I think it needs to be 2 to 3, like a quarter, to be like, let's go.
But I have something for you. I think 20 is fine, and here's why. There's only one IP here. It's just Marvel. It's not Marvel versus everybody else. It's just Marvel. Now, granted, Marvel has a lot of sub IPs in it, so so you can get really hairy about that, especially where we're seeing like there's X-Men, there's Street Fighter. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just
know what you
contradicted myself. You might as well just take over. Yeah, you've got X-Men, you've got Fantastic Four, you've opened up Pandora's box with all of that. So, and then you get into like all the smaller
Avengers,
you get into all the smaller details where they want to really include all the smaller things, because I have no idea. They might bring out freaking what was the dude? The Nightwing? No, Ghost? No. See? I don't even know.
Danny
Moon Knight. That's the
Phantom?
name.
Bro, I don't know.
Phantom?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like
The Beyonder. I don't know,
characters in
bro.
Marvel
Like, there's so
Rivals, I
many.
have
But
no
yeah,
idea who they are. Oh, we got a new one that's coming. Don't worry. I've never even heard of her.
I just want to see Ray. Just leave me, bro.
Yeah.
Here's what I
Everybody
gotta
likes to see
say
Ray.
this, and I kind of hate people just can't. First off, I don't care if it's a 1v1/4v4 type game. 20 is a lot of characters, and I think people keep forgetting that we're not in this olden state where they have one CD. They need to drop 40 fucking characters because updating the game is hard, practically impossible because they had to do everything off of the CD still. So, yeah, no, I'm okay with 20 characters on release. I don't think you need to have this like insane number, and then you need to do this insane balancing, and then you can never put out characters. And then people go, why can't we just get balance? And then they're like, why can't we get characters? Again, they're normal people trying to build you a game, something that we really like, an IP that we really like. Fighters came out with a reasonable amount of characters. Nobody was like, oh my god, there's not enough characters.
Holy shit, there were a ton.
They eventually got there.
So many Gokus. So many
Like, they
Gokus.
eventually got there. And I mean, I think it's just one of those things where people are so hellbent. Like, I can tell you right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It was like 22, 23 characters on release. And 3 of them weren't even playable unless you unlocked them. Again, guys, shut up, right? There's all this complaining for a game that you never knew you were getting. 20 characters, like, it's understandable if we release with 8 characters
And yeah.
in a 4v4. Like, I'd be like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we're looking bad there. But I mean, like, you know, a lot of people are going like, oh, 20 characters for 4v4 is just, it's unacceptable. It's like, well, once again, this isn't a true 4v4, but I get it. Like, you want to see variety because they're afraid of
you're
just
not
seeing
even
the
gonna play
same
3 characters.
my argument, my counter argument to this is 2 things. One, once again, we are the small majority. Like, people are gonna play this because it looks great, it's gonna be fun, and you know, the casuals just gonna jump in there and be like, cool characters. And as they add more characters, it's just gonna build. Cool, it's gonna take some time. It's fine. For us as the competitive scene, like, I get it. You want to have as much freedom as you want and as many combinations. But let's be real. Once the people find out who the top tiers are, that's what you're gonna want to pick anyway if you're that competitive. I get it. You want to play what you like. Cool, keep doing that, boo boo. But let's just be real. If everyone goes like, yo, Dr. Doom on fucking 4th slot is OP as fuck, you're gonna see them like crazy. It doesn't matter if there was a fucking
Even from the
50
casual.
roster. If he was the best in 4th, the competitive scene's just gonna play that, bro. So there ain't no bigger rosters. Is it just gonna give us a little bit more variety? Absolutely. And I want variety as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm right there with you. But like, son, I don't think it's a big thing to freaking doom and gloom about. Like, come on.
Come here, guys. Come here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys played Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
What up,
You guys played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Shut up. Like,
Yeah.
the top tiers are only like 4 characters.
No, you can't even say that.
2026 is his villain arc. Jesus Christmas.
Bro, it's just like, but it's dumb shit.
Can't even say that though, dog.
Oh, wait.
Can't even say that, dog, because not everyone. You know what's funny? Not everyone has played Marvel. So they've they've only heard of the stories.
When there's one character being played, only one. Oh, wait. Remember Street Fighter 4? Only 2 characters were being played.
Which one character was being played in 5?
Huh?
Luke. One character was being played in 5. Luke in 5.
At the end of the game. Yeah, at the end of the game. Bro, it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. The first part of the game wasn't even playable. Like, they. Oh, don't get me started.
People were actually playing Falk. That's the weird part. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, one, they're not even going to learn the other 3 fucking characters anyway, so who cares? They're going to use them as bots. They're going to be assist bots, okay? Let's be real here. And then second, why does it matter having so many characters if then they all play the same anyway? Take your 20 characters.
Hold on.
Oh, we in church?
Here's my thing.
We in church?
No. Hold up. So here's my thing. I have a prediction right now. So the thing is, they haven't come out with any details since the backyard that they made. That they said, we are paying attention to all of what you guys are saying. I think this is going to be the chance for them because again, the game hasn't even been at any conventions either in a while, right? So they're probably going to put out a new dev video like they did before, and maybe they've overhauled the game. I mean, there's obviously words there that are written that Steam thing that you just spoiled for us and stuff, but there's no. It still says 4v4 tag team fighter. I think that they're still gonna revamp or overhaul the game in the way it looks and the way it plays because it was already just boring. I'm sorry, like I got bored fast. Even my brother, who's a casual, just got bored of it very fast. And I don't know. I don't know where the game is gonna go. I'm not looking forward to it. And I was getting major FOMO, but I'm just sort of like, I don't know. But you know what? Maybe they changed it. I think the music is amazing. I think it all looks great, but I just think the combat's gonna get really boring if they don't make a huge change.
I think if they could steal anything, hypothetical, could steal anything from any of the previous Marvel games, I think stealing instead of wall crashing to get a character, just do TAC Pro. That would be really cool. Bring back
to do what?
Like team aerial combo?
You said?
Yeah.
Team aerial combos, as in being able to do a combo and then swap in the air.
That gets you your character. That gets you your character. You're unlocking it. And now we're not doing.
I don't like the getting the character easy the first
you think
round,
they should
though.
just start?
I don't
Just
think
start-
you
just
should
start
get
with
your
all
character
four.
first round.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be OP in the first round? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Hold on.
Do you think you just lose all of them? then?
Why are we incentivizing a character or for you playing well? Like, you playing well is already your incentive. You losing should be your incentive to get another character.
So if I wall break you should get your other character should come
I'm
in and
Captain
save you.
America. I need backup. You get backup because you're losing. So
Not
you
because
get
you're winning?
active to 2 assists. Right. Because the person winning is like, yo, I'm already good with my Iron Man behind me. Yeah,
I'm already stomping you. Let me jump you next.
They thought too much like Guilty Gear Strive, where they're like, yo, let's Wild Assault in the corner and get something back. Like, no.
You hate Wild Assault, bro.
Damn.
I think even better should be maybe I don't know. Let the combo keep going. Let our combos keep going. And like, yo, I should avoid getting hit. I'm tired of all of this. Like, oh, I got hit. Oh man, I like even in this like Guilty Gear aspect side of the game. This game doesn't even have burst, so I don't even know how the anime players are gonna even like it. So
Here's your reward. Here's a cupcake.
That's a good point. That's a good point. He said, yo, you can't even get out of getting your ass whooped right now, so you're just gonna have to really take this ass whooping.
I'm already used to like trying to avoid getting hit so I don't die, but like I hate that. Oh god, I don't know, man.
Is that a versus game if you don't have burst?
Dude, it's not a versus game. It's not a versus game. It's just the 3v3, 4v4 from Guilty Gear. There's no reason for it. Okay, here's the thing. You can say it's a tag game, but what the hell is the point of a tag game when my health bar is low? And I'm like, oh, I should do something about my health bar being low. And my first iteration is like, oh, I should tag. Wait, no, I tag, I still die because I'm sharing a health bar. So my thing should be, I don't know, maybe play defensive, maybe do a cross assault, whatever they call it, and then like try to exchange my character. But then they can also counter that exchange with another counter exchange. Maybe it should be able to block it like a V reversal or drive reversal.
I'll pose a question for you. I'll pose a question for you.
I just don't understand.
I think you guys will like this question. Do you think the game would be better if they just gave you 4 health bars for each character, one for each character?
Dragon Ball does it. They play with Dragon Ball.
Got true.
That
shit was
3.
wrong.
Like, I don't know. I feel like the jump between 3 to 4 is like crazy. It's like long ass match. Like either you gotta dump the damage or you gotta like the health can't be, the health has to scale, kind of like how Skullgirls is. I thought it would have been cool if they even went that route where you could ratio.
I thought they were
happened
doing
to
that.
ratios, dog? Like that would have been dope to do in up to like you can get up to 4 or you could ratio
really
the
fun.
fuck out of this. and like be like, you could have an OP character. I'm like, this actually would have been, I think, a better route.
Maybe
to
they
do.
will.
I'm looking forward.
I know we're talking about state of play and like what our predictions are, and I know we've gotten now into a little bit of a Marvel Tokon rant, but it's because we're gonna the expectation that we're gonna see this, and already this is all just the predictions and kind of like what people are initially kind of reacting to in terms of the speculation for it. But when it actually does get announced, it's like okay, like it's a reality at that point, and we're gonna have to deal with it. And how the game is really going to kind of like shape up for us. But yeah, not to doom and gloom a game, because like I said, if you like it, enjoy it. But for me, it really didn't click for me, and I'm kind of like, and I'm a fan of like how it looked at the direction. And it's Arxis, I play fucking Guilty Gear, that's my shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like Arxis gets to kind of figure out why they did that 3v3 version of Strive that was just so busted, and made us all be guinea pigs, especially that time when we all did it. Just unreleased footage and tapes of us doing it for the first time that we were gonna do for content. Just never fucking release that shit, because that was fucking wow. Like it just did not work out for us. We won matches, but it just didn't feel right. It was just a fucking mess. Bro, flame carpet. Oh, good lord, yeah, that was insane.
Okay, yeah,
quite a bit. But yeah, like, so I think I hope when what they show out with, and they'll give us more information on top of obviously what they know has been leaked via Steam. Like, hey, our schedule is to do this, right? Like, we're gonna release this many characters within however long it's gonna be, right? Like, hopefully we get some visual on that, because the roster is okay. It's a 4v4. I gotta keep putting the quotations up for that, because it's not real true 4v4. It's not like you're tagging between characters and health bars. You're gonna fucking die, no matter who's in front line of it.
That's just one variation of the game where you could still play 3v3, I think, or something like that.
No, they were trying to say that you can still just learn one character and be okay with the game. And they're only saying that because it's like you can master a character and have the 3 assists, excuse me. Okay. But it's like, that's all they were saying. They weren't really saying like, no.
Open. So let's, before I think we get into like some more predictional stuff, can we just hold them accountable the same way we do with 2XKO? Because I'm so tired of everybody just choosing one game. No, I gotta say this, because realistically, if they release with 20 characters, I'm fine with that. I was fine with 2XKO's stuff. But if they release the game the way it is, just about close to it, I mean, come on. We can't just like overskirt the idea that they're just releasing a fucking dog shit game that may not have story mode, that may not have any other game modes besides just play each other in a tutorial. So I'm gonna hold them accountable, just like everybody wants to hold 2XKO accountable with not having enough content, and that's a live service game. That's free.
I can hear you. It's just that Arc System Works has a very good track record of listening to the backyard thing, and seeing what the problems are. I think those surveys have really helped them out a lot. I mean, it didn't help me get back into Guilty Gear, but
I mean, it's just a matter of if they come out with like the things that everybody bitches about that's not there, story mode and all this other stuff.
Right. I just hope that they're listening to the right voices and not just whoever's, as in your words, bitching the most.
Yo, I just thought about this. I hope they got a dope ass story mode. I can't recall, but like, this is like the perfect kind of game to have a dope story mode just because of the characters and all that. Like,
yeah,
I really hope
better than
the
Squaresoft.
Holy shit! Has anyone even? I can't recall. But yeah, I hope they do. Because for one, if this is going the direction of ArcSys and like kind of breaking the mold of what they do, a story mode has always been like solid. Okay, with Guilty Gear Strive is like, it's non-existent, it's just a big ass movie. But yeah, I think this is a great opportunity to kind of expand on that. I just thought about it, like, this is a great opportunity for that, and I hope they do, because especially if they're going, especially for the casual player that's going to join in and just be like, hey, Marvel, we're gearing up to the next saga, right? With Doomsday and all that. So like, the superhero stock might be slowly coming back, getting a bit of a bump. Yeah. So that means if you come out with some story, some content for the casual player to enjoy, I think the game will overall just do well.
I was gonna say even Marvel Infinite has a good little story mode. Go on.
All right. I played that shit. Is not good, bro.
That ending is so good and it didn't go anywhere. But go on.
Let's say I think the smartest thing they could do is get off the hype from Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Don't make this game a fighting game for the story mode. Make it a beat 'em up. Even if it's just side scroller, beat 'em up. I think that's what people are going to like. Grand Blue did it really well. And that wasn't even a part of the base system, right? Do something like that. Now you got a fun game, fun active game. I know people don't like that much, but guess what? It's a story mode, not for maybe the competitors, but for the casual, where I could team up with two or three other friends.
I gotta fight you on this one.
Why?
I think NRS had the perfect story mode type of formula, where you get to play with every character and you get to learn the characters you want to learn. I would not have played Devora if it wasn't for the story mode. I didn't give a crap about Devora.
It's already. I'm with you on that one, Gabe. That shit got solved a while ago with them. Like it just. Yes, there were sometimes you were like,
yeah. Oh my god, fighting. Hold on.
I don't want to play with
Mortal Kombat 9. Playing with Raiden at the end was so annoying. Even though Raiden was really good, but that was so annoying.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
God,
that was.
How many buy-ins do I gotta do?
But Shao Kahn also was annoying.
Fighting Shao Kahn and like, oh god.
But it's not perfect. But damn, it got better though because eventually they added things like you could literally pick the characters in situations, right? So you can have like a choice, even. But you were still forced to play characters, right? Like that was the whole point. Absolutely static. That'd be like that I think has been solved a while ago, and I would love to see that like moving forward. Just because I had someone else kind of bring that up. They were like, hey, if there was a story mode, I like story modes that let me like play characters and let me learn them. Like they were referring to like 2X, like when they were trying it for the first time. They're like, oh, I would have preferred that because the tutorial is cool, but
you have the two characters that are with each other, and they're like, either you want to play Spider-Man or you want to play Iron Man. Yes. And like the next scene, they're like, they get up together with like Captain America. And it's like, who do you want to choose? I'm okay. I think that's cool. Yeah. And
replayability because then you have different paths, endings, maybe different things you get to see, right? So now you make people different endings, different stories. Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly.
I gotta ask, who do you guys want to see in the game?
Oh yeah, that's right.
2 or 3 characters.
Yeah. Out of 20 characters, my top 5 I want to see is I want to see Blade. I want to see. I'm biased. I actually would like to see Black Cat in there from Spider-Man. It'd be kind of dope to see Black Cat. I feel like she gets underrepresented. She was a cool character, and plus they grew up with the Spider-Man cartoon show. At least she was looking pretty good. I got a soft spot for that one. Who the hell else? Who else would I throw in there?
I have no expectation. Why? Because I don't want to go in and be like, oh, my character's not in there. You think I want Super Scroll in this game? No, I don't. Why? Because it's not that important.
Oh, Scroll would be great.
But actually, like, I'd rather have the Fantastic Four in there by themselves, you know?
Scroll would be
Super Scroll from. Like, I don't.
Scroll and the Fantastic Four. Why not?
Super Scroll
Why not? I say so. We've already had
Miss Marvel doing this
invasion style.
Cool.
Like,
we don't need it.
Yeah. So. Oh, that'd be great. Just so that way they can have like crazy like handshakes and such with like elongated arms. Yeah, I would say those are kind of like the first two that I like that came to mind. That I was like, yeah, give me. I was gonna make a crack a joke and be like Morbius, and I'll be like, oh,
Morbin time.
That was Jared Leto, and I'm like, more. But just for the memes of it, like, yeah, Morbin time. Let's do it. I'm like, yeah, I would rock that. I would rock that.
I feel like it's long overdue.
Kingpin could be cool. Like he could kind of. Give him like a haggard ass looking kind of like style where he just like it's just got crazy buttons. Doesn't obviously have to be the fastest, but bro, he's massive. Yeah, let's do that. Daredevil. Yeah, let's add it to that. Daredevil would be great, right? Like a character that wish we had him in just regular. Well, we had technically him in Ultimate Marvel, right? He was in the background, but like never actually playable. He would be sick.
Magneto.
Who else are we talking about? Like Luke Cage. We should have Magneto. There are some staples for sure. X-23. I would love to see X-23 in this game. Actually, I thought she was a great character in Marvel 3, especially for what she was at the time. Like how kind of I don't say newer because she was still she had been around for a couple of years, but it'd be cool to have her. Because of what is it, X-Men.
A lot of those voices from Wolverine and the X-Men were in Marvel 3.
No, yeah, I get that. I'm talking about like I was thinking about like where X23 came from. She came from the TV show initially. She was literally like it was like a Harley Quinn effect, like where Harley Quinn and Batman like was developed for the animated show, but then became so damn popular that then she just became part of the Batman mythos. That's what happened with X23 as well, where she was part of that one X-Men cartoon where they were all like, you know, kind of like teenagers and like Rogue's a Southern goth and like really messed a lot of people up. Then you gotta you gotta remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's where X23 actually debuted as. She didn't debut in comics. She was there first. Yes.
Dude.
Yes. A lot of people don't realize that. The same thing with Harley Quinn. They don't realize she was not part of Batman until the animated series.
Can you repeat what you said about Rogue?
Who?
Did you say that
she was a Southern goth?
Yeah, she was.
Ruined many dudes' lives?
Wait.
Yeah.
I know exactly what we're talking about. The dancing one. Yes, I know. Come on.
Hey, sugar.
No, I'm talking about just her. No. I'm talking about her in general. But yes, I know what you're talking about, the intro. But I'm talking about her design in general.
Because you said Rogue over here destroying dudes' lives.
She was. She really was.
She actually literally was. What the fuck you mean? She still is.
She was a villain. She was a villain.
God,
she didn't know what she wanted to do. I know.
The sweetest.
I got something to throw you guys off. Do you feel like if they put X23 in, they shouldn't put Wolverine?
You have to put Wolverine. I'm sorry, you kind of have to.
Yeah, with the success of like especially like Deadpool 3 and all like and finally getting a comic accurate, and also I was gonna say, and the game and such still like you cannot not have Logan in.
So you have if you have
you can't not.
I gotta say we're gonna fill up the gap. Regardless whether X23's in, if Wolverine's there, Deadpool's there. So those those two spots are already taken.
God damn it! Why does X-Men have to be such a big IP?
I'm just curious because I mean we've already seen some really cool like characters being brought in, but it hasn't really gone crazy because they're gonna play it safe for the beginning roster to get people in. But I wonder if Marvel / Disney is giving Arxis the same kind of freedoms that like Marvel Rivals get, because I don't know if you've seen the statements. I know it's different because Marvel Rivals is just massive. It's just massive, but like they've stated like we're allowed to fucking grab whatever we want, which is why they're able to get the most popular characters doing whatever with them, right? And then they can also get like really niche characters with that new one, with the latest one with Clementine and whatever her name was, Bloody Clementine, Crimson, whatever her fucking name was. They were like, we can grab whoever we want. I was like, that's sick. I hope Arxis gets the deal so that way they can be like, we're gonna just fucking put weird shit in too, and I'll be like, hell yeah, like let's do it.
I just want Swordmaster. And if people don't know who Swordmaster is essentially the current Iron Fist that you play in Marvel Rivals. That is Swordmaster before he becomes the next Iron Fist. After Danny.
Oh.
So like there's like a lot of Marvel stuff that I want to see happen. I know it probably won't, but there's so many cool things, man. They could do anything. Will they probably give us generic ass fucking characters first? Yeah, I mean I hate Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider.
Yes, you got it,
bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
whack ass fucking character.
I thought it was dope to bring him in, like, cause we didn't Ghost Rider. We didn't get enough representation, but Mr. Reyes at least made it through on this one. Well, I mean, he was in 3.
Remember, just get Spider-Ham as a character. That's our Dan of the game, please. I just want Spider-Ham. That'll be cool.
That would be fun.
And then we got to get Miles. I feel like that was kind of fucked up that we didn't get Miles over just Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
It doesn't mean we can't in the future, right? Doesn't mean we can't get like alternate, universe DLCs and such. Yeah, I mean, it's all about timing because now you have the door open to any of the characters in the Spider-Verse when eventually the trilogy, the third one comes out, right? Like there's alignment here. Like they're just maybe saving some of the great stuff for a certain kind of time because it is all about timing.
Just don't fucking put Ironheart in the game. We don't need Ironheart
on your investment.
We don't need Ironheart. Can we all agree with that? We don't need Ironheart.
Yeah, no.
Don't give me that look.
Sorry, I'm over here. I'm rewatching the Wolverine trailer. It's bloody as hell.
Okay, as long as we don't have Ironheart, I'm cool. We
Yeah.
can get Silk. We can get Silver Sable. We can get all these cool ass characters. No Ironheart, bro. If I see Ironheart, I might actually have to crash out when the game comes out.
It'll be fun.
You think
There you
I
go.
will.
Now we know. But my question for you guys then this week, because we're gonna be wrapping up, is gonna be what characters are you hoping for in Tokon? I don't think we actually got a chance to ask that before when we did cover the game, but now that we have potentially the roster, which hopefully they actually do get announced, the entire roster, like we actually see all 20 characters, not just say, hey, 20 characters, because that's still like you know, too much speculation on my end at that point. But we want to hear from you guys. Who do you want to see in the game? Who would you like to actually be able to play this 4v4, not 4v4 with? Make sure to post up about that. We'll be putting these up on our Discord. But before we do actually end, because I also don't want to end without bringing this up, we did ask you guys a question of the week last week, and it was a really cool one because we got like a lot of people that got some really awesome answers in. I mean, you guys always put good answers in, but I was really excited for this one. But we asked last week in last week's episode, what makes someone feel welcomed at a tournament? You know, we were just out of the Frosty Faustings and all, and it was like great to actually sit down and kick it with a bunch of players that we've never met before and actually just play them. But there was still like, you know, some players didn't even speak English, but we spoke the language of whipping each other's asses, and that was universal. But it was a great feeling. So yeah, what makes someone feel welcomed at a tournament? Original Shinobi says, I'm gonna say the community. I went to my first tournament back in 07. My man is an OG right there. The community was nice, helpful as fuck. If I didn't have as good of experience, I probably wouldn't be here now, still going to tournaments. I mean, first impressions, right? Like they go a very, very long way. Damn, 07. My man was in the mix then and was just ready for the tidal wave that was Street Fighter 4 and then some, which is like, you know, also the same for us here. So
A tiny bit before me.
Earthworm Ben, always pushing back on bad actors that would either verbally or otherwise abuse someone at a tournament. However, in my experience, the FGC has always been pretty good with this. If I have to add a bit of a joke here, when I used to play Magic, the local host, there's a space in between there, would not let you in if you smell like BO. The joke being, if you can afford to buy Magic cards, you can afford deodorant. I've been to some Tekken tournaments where my opponent has stuck. A nice smelling opponent would make me feel more welcome. Okay, yo, you know, those are all legitimate facts. Like, for one, yeah, like, you know, pushing back on people that like really do just bad things, you know, is definitely a good way to kind of make it seem like, hey, this is a safe place and it's meant to be a safe place. Then, you know, also that's kind of crazy that there was somebody like imagine whose like job would be that day, like, hey, yo, you're on smell guard duty today. Like, damn it, come on. And then you're like, yeah, come in. Ooh, yeah, you gotta go. You know how? Oh man, that's love for your community right there, to make sure a space not only is safe but doesn't stink it up either. Karnowski, welcoming newcomers to even just a conversation, like see a new face and say hello and get to know each other a little bit, find common ground, or give them tips either mid-match if they're like new or after if they have like some seasoning ready. If they're new, capitalize new, then I think it takes a little pressure off of them thinking they need to be great already. What got me feeling truly welcomed was a single sentence from someone whom I call a friend now. After talking about the matches, he says, "Don't worry, we'll get you up to speed." It felt seen. Instantly, I felt part of the crew. Shortly after, I was invited to play some sets. Lastly, there's a great quote from Pat the Flip that resonated with me. I share it wherever I can. Quote being, "You will probably go 0-2 on your first several tournaments. It's not a big deal, and certainly nothing to be ashamed of. 25% of every bracket goes 0-2, and it just means they get to relax and eat lunch before everyone else does. And if you go 0-2, you made two people very happy they didn't go 0-2. Simply by entering a tournament and losing, you can increase the net happiness in the world. Isn't that cool?" That's some Mr. Rogers ass shit right there.
There are too many happy people that I've played there. You need to stop being happy.
He's like, if
Bro,
Gabe says if that is true, then I make the whole fucking world
the
happy.
guy that sat down to play me in 2XKO at Frosty's was so destroyed by losing his first match. I felt bad whenever I got a hit. And I always say that I feel bad getting a hit with Yasuo. I felt worse when I was getting hits. Like, do you remember? I don't know if you
dirty.
guys were there when he. Hold on.
Man went to the bathroom and was just like, clean these hands.
Because afterwards he's like, oh yeah, we should play, man. I'm like, so then the thing is, do you remember when I did like a jump into the corner and he did level 3 or a headless or something and it still caught me? And then I looked away and I felt him looking at me the entire time. I'm like, I can't believe this guy's looking at me. But then at the end, I was like, he seemed really distraught. You know what? He let him get his win. He used his anger to beat me. Good. I was more angry at the PS5 overheating and stuff. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, he was a happy camper.
To bring it back to Karnowski's heads up, like that is an incredible thing. Even that the first couple call outs, like getting people. Too often do I see people that like, you know, people want to come out to tournaments and sometimes they just like they don't know people, right? They're just coming out fresh and they'll come and play. Sure, maybe sit down, ask for a set. But then they get up and they're like then just sitting in the corner or standing around, not talking to anyone. Like I find those opportunities to then like, yo, what's up? Like, hey man, I saw you play, or like, yo, you're new, right? Like, come through and kind of bring the ice for people, because not everyone has like those social, you know, skills to be able to do it, right? And it's gamers more often than not probably don't. It's a little better nowadays for sure because more people game. But like, yeah, absolutely, like getting like actually acknowledging someone. Yo, man, you came out the crib to come press some buttons with people next to you. Like, that's awesome. You could have just done this at home and kept going, which is also fine. But you took a step, right? You took a leap of faith to do it. And acknowledging that, like, would make anyone feel really good. So I definitely make that my thing, because I want everyone to feel, you know, part of the crew and accept to come through, man. You came out, like, we're at the end of the day, we're here to press buttons and knock each other out, tell everyone that you're better, even if you're not, but have a good time doing it, right? Like that's the point, right? And then there's the competitive side to it. So, you know, you can also appreciate a good player showing up. You know, if a new person that's also good showing up, like, yo, man, like, I think, like, you should come, you come through, and then they do, and they're like, great, man, like, come through, and like, I want you to play this guy, because I think he'll be great practice for both of you. You can level up, you can make things better. It makes you better, it makes the community better, it makes your scene better. Like, so that acknowledgement is very, very important. So I'm very behind Karnowski on that. You know, I mean, all the answers so far, but that one I was like, I feel you for sure. And then Leonix is the last one here. Honestly, it's the little stuff. Handshakes, fist bumps, high fives, the hey, GG, or simply the what up, welcome, what game you loving right now. Echoing Karnowski's like point here is like, it's kind of that acknowledgement part right there at the end. But also, yeah, like the little things, like, yo, at the end, if you're salty or whatever, at the end it's like, yo, GG's, like, or, you know, afterwards you're like, yo, man, like, I thought I was gonna block that, or, you know, that ability to just then talk shit about what just happened to each other is a great feeling for sure, because it makes people at ease. Because like you said, Gabe, like, you know, maybe that guy was looking at you and you looking away kind of maybe sent him a certain way, like, oh man, I really got to him. Maybe you made him feel bad because of it, but it was a reaction regardless. And maybe afterwards you're like, yo, that level 3, I don't know if you did this, but, you know, even it would be common to be like, oh, that level 3, I thought that shit was gonna whiff, bro. I cannot believe that hit me. You know, then becomes a fun little line and something to remember, right? Something you'll remember, something they'll remember, right? And be able to build off of. So I think it is great to do those little things.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That too, man. Yo, sometimes that is that. Sometimes like, yo, I remember you. Yeah. No. I remember. I fucking 3-0'd you the other night. What's up? You want more?
It comes in
like,
different shapes.
It's like, yeah, but you know, honestly, it's like it does. It really does. But that's what makes fighting games in the scene that beautiful, man, because you get to build that thick scene. It's hilarious when I be talking to people and I hear from other scenes and they're like, oh, I can't be distracted. You know, that light or this sound is distracting me. I'm like, bro, have you ever sat down and had people literally like a foot behind your head just yelling at you because you're saying you're bad because you're playing their boy and they're trying to throw you off and you can like smell the breakfast they had? Like, don't talk to me about fucking, you gotta be able to tune that shit the fuck out. It is a whole other level when people are just breathing behind your neck.
Entourage is sick.
Because you're playing their boy and having an entourage and stuff. Yeah, it's a whole other feeling, man. Like I suggest if you can't perform, you got to get in the mix of that and get a feeling for it, because it don't get no harder than that.
I'm telling you now, you're the bad guy if you have an entourage. Just remember that. Always remember that. If your entourage is screaming and yelling, you know what? Guy.
You know what?
You're the villain.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't agree with that. That's
no, I agree.
When we were in Frosty, shout outs to George. Anytime we got a chance, if it's you guys playing, like we want to be there, and it gets really loud really quick. Like we had someone else that was playing, one of the French guys in tournament, and bro, we were like, yo, we gotta amp this shit up, and then we just started talking shit.
I'm fine with that.
And like, not to be mean, but we're like, yo, level 3s. That's why, like getting that energy in there, like you have to, you gotta be. I can't say that makes you a bad guy, but bro, that makes it a great
You are the
moment.
villain to their story. Just remember that. You're not a bad guy. You're just a villain to their story.
Absolutely.
Like, you have all this entourage. They don't have nobody. They're by themselves.
Hey.
They're like, this mother right here, man. No way. No, I can't lose to him. I'm the anime protagonist.
Yeah. Our main character.
I'm not
main
gonna
character.
lie. Can I beat people
Remember,
like that?
you're a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
Yeah, thank you.
But all right, with that, closing that out for last week's question of the week. We appreciate y'all for the answers, man. All love to the community for doing that. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Appreciate y'all listening to another episode of Double Tap. Make sure to follow my awesome hosts here when you get an opportunity on all social media platforms, as well as on their respective YouTubes and all. Static Gorilla at Static Gorilla, of course, where he's still rocking out on the Marvel on Fridays, making two people very happy. But then a couple also very, very sad at times, though.
Sure.
Let's be real.
It is.
So
So Friday's actually racial bracket, so nothing different, right? Let me see. Thursday, I'm looking to. Well, I don't know how soon this is coming out, but looking to watch the State of Play, so I'll be streaming that as much as I can. I also think that Onimusha is going to get a release date, and so we might get a demo for RE9. So if that drops, hopefully we can do that soon. So yeah, Meza, what are you expediting?
I hate you. I knew you were coming to me with this nonsense. Yes, guys, you can find me at Meza FGC, whether it be on Twitter, YouTube, or even Twitch, where I'm currently streaming Expedition 33. I am not actually streaming anything else because that is the focus right now, is to get through the game. I'm having emotional roller coaster. I haven't been in my feels since probably like 8 years. So this is it. This is pretty bad. It's been bad. Dude, I've already cried within the first 25 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah. Where in the game are you? Just to explain to the audience.
I currently just got Seal, and I just
you just finished the Jest
roll.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And I've already finished
SKA.
SKA. Yeah, I already finished beating some things for him. Now I have to. They took me through the Sacred Forest. See how I remember that at least?
Oh,
the Sacred Forest, and I fought some
Yellow
things.
Forest.
Okay?
Yes.
You've
gone wee and woo, but you haven't gone woo.
No. Yeah, that's the best character so far. I think he's just Jamaican for some reason.
Jamaican me crazy. Anyway, listen, you still think we've mentioned you didn't scratch the surface, but the surface has not been scratched.
This is sad. I've got like 60
haven't.
more hours to go with this game. But I'm playing it all on stream, so it's all on stream. So if anybody wants to watch, come through. Gabe's usually there. A bunch of people usually stop by. Obviously, hashtag stop by and they give me a shit.
I poke in. Literally when you were fighting SK's roommate is the last time I saw. But yeah, you can follow those guys there. Make sure to follow me at CrashTagVS on Twitter. But make sure to follow the show, Double Tap FGC, on all social media platforms, as well as on YouTube. And make sure to come check out the Discord, doubletap.gg/Discord. Come join our awesome community there. Get involved with community question of the week, our weekly polls and such, and just posting up things. We tend to post up articles, things to check out, updates, and things that we want to actually talk about on this show as well. Once again, doubletap.gg/Discord. Join there with that link. And yeah, we'll be live next week, guys, with another episode of Double Tap. Of course, we'll be talking some post state of play. We'll see who gets what. Maybe we get some rosters. Hopefully, there's not more additional cuts or anything like that when it comes to 2X. Also, we should be getting an update from 2X. There is an additional update moving forward with some more details that they did announce. So maybe we will get that sooner rather than later. But that's going to be it for this week. I've been Crash. That's been Meza. And that's been Static. See you guys next week. Peace.